first chapter of the letter to the Hebrews deals with Jesus as the Son of God, who pre-existed the creation of the worlds and who was greater than the angels. It even says that the angels should worship him. Now, it clearly presents him as a divine being who eventually became human. And that's what the second chapter in Hebrews talks about, the human Jesus. Here's some of what it says about his nature. Since the children have shared in flesh and blood, there's nothing immaterial about flesh and blood. And then notice that it says, he also himself, so Jesus, in the same way partook of the same. Notice, in the same way. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, it doesn't mean in a different way. So the same flesh and blood, Jesus himself, the real person, in the very same way partook of the same. Partook means joined in or shared. So since the children have shared in flesh and blood, Jesus himself, in the same way, he shared of the same flesh and blood. Here's a very clear portrayal by one of Jesus's early followers expressing what kind of flesh they understood the Word to have become. The Word became the same kind of flesh that all the rest of the children of humanity share in. And again, in our second presentation, the one delivered by Melissa, she showed texts from the materialist school within ancient Israel that describe what kind of beings they understood humans to be. And it very clearly shows that they understood humans to be unitary beings, not dualistic beings, not consisting of something material and something immaterial, but strictly material. A little further on in this chapter of Hebrews, it's explaining why it was so necessary for Jesus to actually share in the exact same type of flesh and blood that we humans have. There's a very practical reason for that, according to this text, and it's so that he would be able to really relate to humans. If he wasn't exactly like us, with this very same nature as us, it wouldn't be that way. Right? So that's what this passage, this book in Hebrews, especially these first two chapters, it really hammers home the point that the kind of flesh and blood that Jesus had was exactly like ours, unitary, strictly material. So they believed that Jesus was a purely material heavenly being before becoming human, and they believed he was a purely material earthly being after becoming human.